Good morning from Lombok, everyone. It's Anifa Menon from hearthealthbrainhealth.com, encouraging healthy grieving and mindful actions. Today, I want to share with you some news that I received from Lombok here that happened yesterday, which I've understood that a young student has passed away. And apparently, again, I guess all of the information about the actual passing is still kind of under investigation. Maybe there is some formalized reasonings right now or findings by now, but I don't know them. And for the time that I learned about this, I do know that it seems like it may have been related to some bullying. And I'm from Canada, and we definitely hear about this in Canada. And what I'm seeing is this happens all over the world. And of course, funerals happen soon after a passing, and people grieve. And of course, many times the most common comment we will say to the family, or in our own minds, we might say rest in peace. And I think we've all heard that term, and we know that it's related to someone who has passed away, and we're wishing that for that person who has passed, rest in peace. And so I thought I'd start today with this quotation, which says, "We tell the dead to rest in peace when we should worry about the living to live in peace." Yeah, the living to live in peace. So this example is literally related to bullying. And I know that I've made some videos some time ago about bullying, but this video isn't exactly about bullying. It is about this energy that doesn't allow our minds, bodies, souls to live in peace. And if you've been following me for a while, you know that I believe we are souls in a human body. So we are souls. So we are the souls that are carrying this human body. This soul energy, I also believe, is divine energy. And when we look at duality, which here it is largely Muslim population, that soul continues after a person dies. If we were to look at religions that do not believe in one life, and they think of many lives, so if we look at Hinduism or Buddhism, that soul is also continuing through another life. So in duality religions, the next life, one could say, even though we say one life with duality religions, that next life is in heaven or hell, we can say, right? So we are aware of this. And many will think of after the day of judgment. That's when the universe or God will really make the decisions of this is what has been good, this is what has not been so good, and based on this, you either go this way or that way. And we then say rest in peace to the soul that is still alive, hovering the body, usually after death. And when we think about this, when we're saying rest in peace, and we're already thinking that, but justice will be served on the other side, and even non-duality religions will also think this, that there's going to be some justice because then karma will come through the next life. Same idea. But we're saying rest in peace. And are we at peace when we're wishing this for someone who has passed away? Are we at peace because our energy is still affecting the souls that we are praying for, meditating for, sitting with, thinking about, burying, everything, the families that we are with, that energy that we're carrying, the soul that we're wishing peace for is feeling it. Now, if we are not at peace, of course, that soul is going to carry that energy too, of, oh no, I should have made something easier for the survivors. How can I help them? And a soul can't help in that same way as our human forms, through minds and bodies in our human forms. So we're in such a beautiful space when we're living to be able to be consciously aware of what are we thinking, what are we feeling, what are we speaking, what are we doing. Now, if we want someone to rest in peace, we have to be peace. So I came across this beautiful quotation, which says, "Inner peace is important, but I have always felt that living a daily life with peace is the end." So in reality, individual peace and global peace are not separate. They are one and the same. They are one and the same. So how could we say this? I'm wishing let's say this family, the friends, the community, the village, anyone is going to be wishing this. Lombok as a whole might hear of these sorts of experiences and then start praying. And if we're wishing for peace and we are not peace, it doesn't align with the divine energies. And we say, trust in something outside of ourselves. We say in so many cultures, so many traditions, this whole idea of there's only so much that we can understand through our minds, but have faith. So in good times, we have faith that something good will happen, and then something not so good seems like it's happened yet. Life itself has both good and not so good. And then passing can have good and not so good, because there are some people who are going to talk about, oh, this was the wonderful thing about this person. And many more people will be like, I can't believe this person's gone. And this will happen at any age. And we have to recognize that as living, having the intention of wanting some soul to be at peace requires our energy. Now that, if we carry that every single day, we won't be in an energy that we would wish anyone not to have peace. If we're wishing it only for our own family member who has passed or friend who has passed, that energy still goes out from us, because it's spiritual energy. When we're wishing for peace and thinking about it and speaking about it and acting peacefully, this affects the whole world. It's not just limited, even though the mind, our minds, one person is going to wish for their family, another person for their family, but peace, when it's coming out truly, authentically, affects all. And that's the beautiful space. And most of the time, we are not peaceful. So it's when I have enough money, when I have a home, when I live in this particular place, when I finish this payment, when I have a child, when my child grows up, when my child gets married, when my child has a baby, when everyone is healthy. And you can see how we put these conditions and we don't really live in peace. So today I thought I would start planting these sorts of seeds again in your head to remember these ideas about what we are living. Are we living in peace? So then, this whole idea of why are we not living in peace, and we know this, doesn't matter which tradition we've learned it from, power, greed, comparison, ego, all of those things do not bring peace. So when I feel powerful, even when I feel powerful, I'm going to look at others and say, you know what, I worked my way to the top to feel powerful. You could do it too. I won't necessarily help them. But if I'm in peace and I'm powerful, I bring others peace, because that is the power. So this quotation, you may have heard me say this one before, it's by Jimi Hendrix, and it says, the day the power of love overrules the love of power, the world will know peace. The power of love, and this is also a divine energy. If we look at love, love is not just, I love this person. That's very specific. That could be a romantic love. That could be a passionate love. That could be a familial love, because I have a reason, because they're related to me this way, because it's my village, it's my city, it's my town, it's my country, it's my nation. Doesn't matter, because I have a reason. That's not authentic love. Love is because I am love, I share love, just like because I am peace. Now those are divine qualities. So this, when we know the power of love, when we recognize this, it will override this power, this control, this greed, this need for power to make another feel smaller than myself is not authentic love. When we know authentic love, we want everyone to be lifted. And this is what I wish for us. So then I wanted to think about, okay, today there's going to be a number of people that are grieving. And I've certainly gone through grief in various forms. I think we all have. Grief, again, remember, grief can be the loss of anything. Can be the loss of money, can be the loss of a person, can be the loss of a job, can be the loss of belief, trust, faith, can be any loss. And what do we do? We're like, oh, I shouldn't think this way. I know I'm so upset with this person who has hurt my friend, my family member, my income, my day, everything. I'm so upset. And then I think, oh, I shouldn't be that way. So again, because I want to be the best and this isn't peaceful, now I bring my mind back to I shouldn't be that way. I wanted to read this quote because It's not a should or shouldn't. It's an awareness that this is how I feel right here, right now. If we can have this awareness without judgment, this is good, this is not good, they are good, they are not good, and just have this awareness. This is something we are all going through. This is a great quotation to think about. Forgive yourself for not being at peace. The moment you completely accept your non-peace is transmuted into peace. And this is the thing, we are so not easy on ourselves. So here, sometimes I do videos and I get emotional. It's still peaceful emotion. This is where I am right now. I feel for this family, for Lombok, for the world. But it's okay, it's peace coming through because I do love all. And I love the family that is going to be affected by perhaps a family member that may have acted in haste, in a space of needing control or wanting control, in a space of upset, in a space of any moment that is now having repercussions both on this life and death of this person, but also on an entire family, community, and then themselves. This is their own family is now going through something. And this is the space of compassion, just to recognize that this is not an easy time. It's okay to be there, to not be at peace, and recognize I'm not at peace, but don't look for where to blame because that person put me not in peace. So parents, do not be upset at the child who may do something. Skip school, yell at a teacher, or hurt another fellow student. It's not to say that the action is right, but it is to have understanding and to maintain peace. And this has happened. Let us maintain peace as we work through this. Today, I wish that community peace, and to forgive yourself if you're not at peace, and to get yourself to a space of peace where you understand that where you are is affecting everyone around you, living and not living. And then finally, I wanted to make sure I shared this because I would say this is my intention, and it's so beautiful to feel this, to read this, to see that these thoughts and feelings are reflected by others, and we can all carry this. So I'd like to end this video with this quotation. This says, before I die, I want to be somebody's favorite hiding place. I do. The place where they can put everything they know, everything they know they need to survive, every secret, every solitude, every serious prayer, and be absolutely certain I will keep it safe. I will keep it safe. And the blessing for me is I do this. This is my work. And I can cry with a client. I can cry with a friend. I can cry sharing this video with you. But I keep things safe. You are safe. And you too have safety beyond me. And let yourself cry. Let yourself feel. Let yourself know this will pass. And if you have faith of any sort, let yourself remember this is a time of peace for the person who has passed. Let us also learn from that. I wish us all peace. I wish you a fabulous day or night ahead. And I hope you remember, transform your mind and transform your life. Have a great day or night, everyone.